How did you get the audition?
I got the audition like I get any other audition. My agent sent me the sides and was like, "We want you to go read for this," and I was like, "Sure, I'll do it." And I mean, seeing The Walking Dead 3 in the files and the script and everything, I was like, "Oh my god, this is awesome! I really hope I get this one." Like I get that way with some auditions where I'm like, "This is gonna be so dope." So I did
I'm
my
the same
best,
way.
and they liked me, and I'm very thankful to be working on the show.
What was the audition like? Was it live or self-tape?
I went in person, which is such a foreign concept now with COVID and everything being through self tapes. I miss it so much. I really do miss in person auditions, but it was a very fun audition. They didn't give away character names.
Right.
The scene that they had me read was not connected to anything that you see in the show at all, but it
Mhm.
was still very fun. It was a cool scene to do. Yeah, yeah. I think
Kid.
I think they had him named Miles or something, but it followed the beats of Elton, and they were trying to get that character, so it was that, but it was just not related to anything at all. I don't think it was even implied that there was an apocalypse. So it was just a
Wow,
completely different scene. Yeah.
that's interesting. Were there callbacks?
Yeah. I think I did one audition and then my callback was with Matt.
Oh,
And
sweet.
that's
Wow.
when I met Matt and he liked what I did. So then I was Elton Ortiz, and it's been a journey. It's been a ride. Set that helps me because when you're in this industry, of course, there's a lot of rejection. But to get the
Right.
audition, you're like, wow, that's a lot of luck. Not everybody auditions. And to
Right.
get a call back, you're like, that's even more lucky. Oh my god! And so you just kind of keep that in mind as you go forward.
Why do you think Elton has such a strong bond with Silas rather than the others?
Uh, I mean, I don't want to say that Elton is much of an outsider like Silas, but I think he sympathizes with, that aspect of his life, I
Mhm.
guess. And it's two bros going through the apocalypse, killing zombies, going at it.
That is true.
Um, but yeah, me and Hal are very much good friends in the real world, so I think that translates well into our characters too. And we just got great chemistry, and he's such a wonderful guy.
What has been your favorite project so far in your career? It could be this, it could be whatever.
This has definitely been so fun, and my first series regular role on a TV show. And to
Mhm.
start out with something as huge as The Walking Dead, getting to know all the fans, being a part of the universe, it's been incredible. But I can't really pick a favorite because I've also done other roles that are so fun for different reasons. So this one's definitely one of them. I played Gumball in The Amazing World of Gumball. That was a
Yep.
voiceover show for Cartoon Network. That was fun. I did like a Lego Star Wars cartoon where I
Mhm.
got like a Lego figure of the dude that I voiced. That was
That's
awesome. Like there's just so
awesome.
much cool stuff. So I can't really pick a favorite.
I hope they give you guys pop characters, like how they have the little pops, the Walking Dead
Yeah,
pops.
that would be awesome. Let's hey, merchandising. Come on, get on the phone. Let's do it.
What are your favorite video games? You're a big streamer.
Yeah, I haven't been streaming a lot recently, but I still am playing games. Recently I've been playing a lot of CS:GO. It's
Mhm.
a competitive first-person shooter that's very fun to play with friends. Ghost of Tsushima is a PlayStation game that's you're like a ninja or a samurai trying to
That
take
sounds
back
fun.
your island from like a bunch of Mongols. That one's super fun. I played The Last of Us Part 2 over quarantine. That was incredible. Last of Us is some of my favorite games, and the sequel was A1.
Who would you like to work with that you haven't yet? Directors, actors?
This is always a tough question for me whenever I get into like the I don't know what to call it. But like this I guess like imaginary thing where it's like
Mhm.
trying to come up with something because immediately my brain is like, okay, a billion people, here we go, everybody all at once. Jim Carrey was very much an inspiration to me when I was very young getting into acting. I loved all of his movies. It would be cool to just meet him. I get like give him a fist bump, I guess. Cool directors to work with. Probably like the Safdie brothers. I really liked Uncut Gems. That
Okay.
was a really great movie. So getting to work on something with them. But yeah, I mean, for the future, I guess I would just like to keep doing cool things. I like to keep it
Definitely.
broad so that I don't disappoint myself later.
What's your first day on set like?
I'm trying to think. What was my first day? I remember the day that I remember the most, like from the beginning of shooting, was when we had that plane crashed in the middle of the town.
Yep.
But I'm not sure if that was my first day. I think my first day was just like I was in a classroom. So I didn't really get to see the apocalypse that much because our characters were still at least filming in the campus colony. So the first day was I would say a bit uneventful, but then after that I started going out into the apocalypse and seeing like the zombies and everything. That was
Right.
so fun.
Oh my gosh. What was it like to fight those empties for Elton and you? That must have been wicked fun.
Oh yeah, my favorite part about the show was definitely the stunts. That was definitely a highlight. When I got the role for Elton, the character sheet and the specs said that he was a black belt in karate.
Yep.
So my first thing was like, okay, dang, I gotta learn karate now because I don't know how to punch things or anything. So before shooting, I went and did 2 months of karate training at like a dojo next to my house. And then getting to use that knowledge in the show has been great. And like doing all these crazy kicks and all the fun kills, so great. And for Elton, it's cool for his character too, because at the beginning of the season, you see he's not that great at it, but then as it goes on, you see him evolve into this stone cold killer. I'm not gonna say stone cold killer.
No, yeah. Why did he throw all the pages of his mom's book all over the place? I know he picked them up, which was actually funny, but the damage was done. I mean, that's his only memory of her, you know.
I really do love that scene in that moment
where
he rips them all out and then goes to pick him up. I think it shows that in his time of frustration, I mean, he just came back from learning that his mom was killed by Hope.
Right.
And so I think there was a lot of frustration, a lot of things building inside of him. And when he's looking at that what's it called? A manuscript. When he's looking at that manuscript again, he's realizing his mother is not who he thought she was.
Right.
Like she killed somebody. She is not all that she preached in that book about loving life and loving nature. She's not all that. So in that frustration, he rips it all out. But then his Elton comes in and he realizes that was rash. That was irrational. I shouldn't have done that. And so he goes to try and fix the mistake and he finds Percy. So I thought that was a very, very cool scene.
That's always helpful to find Percy.
Yeah.
That pain in the ass.
My regret was helpful in finding the friend. Yeah.
Particularly funny blooper moments on set that you remember?
Season 1. I remember in season, like in episode 1 and 2, the first episode ends with Iris facing off with that empty. And then episode 2 starts with her facing off with that empty again. And when we were filming that sequence, we're supposed to run to the edge of this like storm drain that she fell into. And it was very muddy. And I had on these big boots and this like suitcase, square backpack thing. And I took off for one of the takes and I did a somersault. I flipped over. I like started slipping. I was trying to catch myself and then I did like a full flip. And I still made it to the edge. And I got to see that on a blooper reel, but that's when I remember.
Is it different filming season 2 compared to season 1?
Very different. Season 1 I came on and it was, this whole new world and, it was super exciting and seeing this journey of, going from point A to point B. It was like a quest-based structure and we still keep that in season 2, but there's a lot of different stuff and I can't say much, but it's almost a new world, it's great. It was so fun.
He forgive Huck, do you think?
Can Elton forgive Huck? There's a lot of forgiveness that Elton has to do. Hope killed my mom. Huck framed my friend. I think Elton can find it in him. I think he can. He looks at things sometimes from a different viewpoint. That's kind of out of body, I guess, out of himself. He kind of has this like release of ego when he's dealing with problems like that. So maybe I think so.
Or is him and Percy? Are they gonna go get Silas? You think at the CRM? They're kind of just hanging out in the field.
Yeah, I mean, when you leave us on season 1, we are just going across that path, and we have that conversation about, we're not the final generation, we're the beginning. And so I think in that moment, Elton is trying to, boost the morale and say, we gotta help, we gotta fix something. So I think you can look out for that.
What's next for you? Do you have any projects coming in? I do hope you stay in the Walking Dead universe. So there's Fear, there's Tales.
Yeah, there's a bunch of different opportunities to, I guess, cross over when you're working with a universe like The Walking Dead. So that would be very exciting. I don't have any news on that right now, but I've just been working. I've been doing my auditions. So when something else comes through, I'll be doing that, and that's the cycle. I'll just be doing new things that come my way, and I'll be enjoying it and having a good time.